Hey there, guys and gals. It's still January 31st of 2022. And I was just thinking about it. I read that one comment on the other video on Gary. You know, it's about, was it Fabiola? I think it was Fabiola. I think that's who it was. And I appreciate all comments. And she mentioned, looking for another market to buy, on the curve before the market takes off. Okay. When I was investing in stocks, I had great success. From 2005 to 2018, I had, I think it was something like 18% annualized return. Because I followed the Motley Fool and I just learned how to buy great companies. I would catch a fair amount of them in the early to mid stages of their growth. And that was the beauty of stocks. You can figure it out which companies are in the early to mid stages of growth. There's never a guarantee, though, that when you do this, that they will be successful. Okay, one of my more successful ones was Netflix. I bought it in 2005 and bought it twice in 2005, and it's been very successful. I sold it in 2014 and renovated my basement. I've jokingly told others that if I held it till now, they did just drop the other day, but no big deal. If I'd held it till now, instead of renovating my basement, I could probably have almost bought this house that I'm living in now and pay cash for it. Let me do something real quick here. I think that helped a little bit. I just wiped off the camera portion of my phone, okay? A little glare or something. I wasn't sure if it was a sun or smudge, but I think it might have been smudge. So anyway, with real estate, it's different, okay? Real estate is bigger numbers. When you buy stocks, you can put $50 into, there's no commission charges. You can put $50 into the next whatever. And if it doesn't work out, yeah, you lost $50. When you buy a house, it's a little bit different. You got bigger bucks you're playing with. You put a down payment down. Sure, if it's cheaper, like I referenced a $40,000 house. A 20% down payment was $8,000. It's unheard of to get a mortgage on a house and put a 20% down payment down. That only cost $8,000, but I did it because Prime Lending gave me that mortgage, okay? It's chilly in my house. It got downright chilly last 2 nights and my house is cooled off. I'll tell the missus when she gets home, I did turn my heat on just a little bit. Because mazske gets cold. My fingers are getting cold. So I just don't want to pay. I live in South Florida. I don't want to pay heating bills in South Florida. That's not right. So anyway, so in regards to finding another market like Gary, who knows? They're out there, but who knows? A few years ago, I was hearing all about Austin, Texas. People were buying in Austin, and I think they could have bought as the curve was going up, and people still made a lot of money in Austin. Okay, real estate's different than stocks. You put your money in, and for the most part, the bank gives you 80% of the purchase price. Okay, so you leverage your money. All right, so I'm not saying that anyone can or cannot find the next Gary. I'm not saying that anyone, if they try to buy in Gary right now, can find great deals. But I will say great deals are everywhere. There are real estate investors in all 50 states. Probably every single community in the United States of America has somebody who owns rental property. So odds are a lot of these folks, I think, are probably successful. And I've thought about this before. I hear Michael Zuber say, "Oh, don't buy good deals, only buy like great deals," or something like that. Never buy bad deals. I agree with don't buy bad deals. But it varies for all of us. If I was in my working career, and let's say I was 25 years old and I bought a deal that had broke even. I paid all my expenses, my mortgage, my taxes, my insurance, held back money for taxes, vacancies, repairs, and capital expenditures. And let's just say I broke even. I didn't lose any money, so it's not an alligator, but I didn't make any money. If I'm trying to live off that, like today, that's a terrible deal. If I was in my 20s and I had a long road ahead of me, I wouldn't recommend buying a deal like that. But at the same time, rents historically go up 2 to 3% a year. So even though it's breaking even right now, what's going to happen 20 years from now? It might be making several $100s. Or if nothing else, over 30 years, the tenants are paying that house off. So I'm not telling you to buy a deal like that at all. Okay, I'm just saying, but in real estate, you can buy an average deal and it can turn out to be a great deal. Okay, if you buy a great deal, over time it just gets better and better. Okay, the beauty of real estate is as prices go up, and I've done this successfully 3 times. I've talked about this the other day. Cashback refinances. As real estate goes up, as your mortgage goes down, you can potentially pull your money out of the deal. Okay, I'm trying to do that right now in Chicago with 2 houses. I don't know if it's going to work out for me, but I'm paying cash for one house, and it's not cheap. And the other one, I'm going to get a kind of like a burger mortgage on it, let's say. But with both of those, I'm hoping I can pull the majority of my money back out, especially when I'm paying cash for. And I don't have to get all of I don't have a loan. I'm not, it's not hard money, so I don't have to pay cash. I don't have to pull all my cash out. But let's say I pull out 90% of it. I'm happy. I get that cash back and I go try to do it again somewhere else. And that's the same way for both those houses. So, but with great deals, something like Gary may only come along once in a lifetime, I dare say. Because you or I could have found Gary 10 years ago and we wouldn't have had rents increase like they have recently. We wouldn't have prices gone up like they have recently. But it's like when I happened to get turned on to Gary from Michael Zuber introduced me to Tom Olson, that was just like the perfect opportunity, the perfect time to buy it. It was still risky. That's one thing I wanted to say. Anytime you jump in early in the curve, doesn't matter if it's stocks, investing in young companies, doesn't matter if it's your buddy starting a company and you put $10,000 into it to help him out. Anytime you start off early in the curve, you stand the chance of losing your money, okay, or losing some of it or all of it. All right, especially with stocks and real estate, okay, and crypto and everything, you can lose your money. So it depends on your risk tolerance. Everyone in my mastermind group, I'm just thinking, everyone in that group now, there's more people in it now than before. Everyone in it is still working. All right, I'm the only one living off my investments. So perhaps I have a different risk tolerance in one way because in 2020, when I bought 14 houses, I was aggressive. I pushed to get those 14 because I had my 2-year plan. And I figured out I could possibly do it in 1 year. And by golly, I did it. I was successful. I'm paying for it a little bit now because I'm lean, financially independent. And those houses I bought from that seller, the time's come. I'm rehabbing them all one at a time, slowly as tenants move out. I referenced one for $11,500. I just mailed a check off the other day. I got another one that's going to be a total of $7,500 to renovate that one. And there's more coming. I guarantee it. There's more. For all of us that have bought houses from that individual, be prepared. They're going to need work, okay? And that still means we probably got good deals because we bought the houses. I got a spreadsheet now with houses from him, and doggy, he raised those prices quite a bit on some of them. No more houses for $39,000, $49,000. They're $79,000, $89,000, $99,000, $100,000 now. He raised his prices up. So that's part of the reason the good deals are disappearing. All right, I look at the MLS still and finding houses for $59,500, $59,900. It was only a little over a year ago, but they're not there. Not that are good. Like the ones I bought for those prices, you could basically move right in. Had to be cleaned up a little bit and little minor things, but somebody could move right in. Prices have gone up. So, sure, buy early in the curve if you can. But with real estate, that can be hard. Because I reference St. Louis, I reference Baltimore. There's also Memphis. There's other cities all over the country. There's small towns and big cities. There's a lot of cities that need a lot of work. Look at Pittsburgh. A bridge just collapsed, okay? Bridges are falling apart. Our infrastructure is falling apart all over this country. So as investors, we can make a difference. We're not going to rebuild a bridge, but we can start improving the properties we buy. They could be single-family homes, they could be apartment buildings, they could be commercial buildings, but we can improve the properties we buy, which will cost us money. All right, it will cost us money. But we can increase rents and have people who appreciate the homes because they're quality homes. I, as a police officer, saw a lot of slumlords. I did not like slumlords. They offended me. All right, I saw slumlords in my community that were high-ranking officials that owned disgusting properties, and crime occurred in their properties, and it was just disgusting. All right, we got to take care of our properties. Sure, if you don't have the money, you don't have the money to fix them up. But if things are that bad, sell it. If you can't afford to make decent repairs for your properties, sell them to an investor who will make the repairs. Okay, because we got to take care of this planet. We got to take care of this world. We got to take care of each other. Okay, all right, but be aware. I just want to say that. Be aware if you're trying to buy early in the curve, it is risky. It's riskier that way. But if you're successful, with greater risk is greater reward. Okay, all right. That's it for videos today. I do have an interview coming up tomorrow with a big name. We got an interview coming up later in the week with a big name. And I got an interview coming up next week with a big name. And another big name on March the 30th. But I want the little names. I want to interview you. Let me get my finger pointing right there. I want to interview you. All right? Whoever you are, I want to talk to you. It gets boring talking to myself all the time. I want to talk to you. Okay? All right. Enough's enough. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So Mazske is signing out.